All right, let's explore how to use the embedded browser. Find this icon here in the main toolbar. This opens up your browser. You're going to see down here that it has a normal URL bar where you can type in a website. You also have the ability to search. So you'll see here at the very top we have a Google search. So let's search for some convergent boundaries. Maybe I'm researching it. And I just get a normal Google search here. You can scroll up and down with your finger of the mouse. Notice though it opened a new tab here at the bottom. See how I can switch back and forth between my tabs? Let's go ahead and click on one of these bookmarks. We'll open the flippity spinner. And you're going to see once again it's going to open another tab. So now I actually have 3 tabs here that I can switch between. There's an X in the bottom right corner of the browser. This is the close button, and if you click that, it's going to close the browser. This will cause you to lose all of your tabs. So if I open the browser again, you'll see that they're all gone. So if you need to minimize the browser, let's go ahead and get a web page open here. We'll get the spinner open again. You'll see that there's a minus button on the bottom right. That minus is for minimize. And if I click that, it will hide the browser, but if I open it again from the main toolbar, you'll see that my pages are still there. Finally, you have a square icon in between the minus and the X on the bottom right. This is your full screen button. And so if you click that, it'll make the browser go full screen, and then you can click the same button to make it windowed again. On the left, you're going to have your home. The plus button will give you a new tab. So if I click the plus, you'll see it open a new tab, and then it takes you to the home page automatically. And you have your refresh button as well. Now, let's go ahead and go back to our spinner, and we'll switch this so that we can see group view. And what I want to point out here is that you can take pictures in the embedded browser. So see this camera lens icon down here? If you click that, it will take a picture. So you'll see it took a picture and placed it on the background. Let's minimize the browser with that minus button, and then I'm going to use the select tool to resize this image. So we can make it smaller like this. We'll move it over, and then we can go back to our browser because we minimized it. We're still on the same page. Let's shuffle the groups, and then we'll take another picture again using that camera lens icon, minimizing the browser using that minus button, and then the select tool to resize our image. So this is a cool feature of the browser, is being able to screenshot it and put it into the whiteboard. Now, maybe you want to interact with the web page inside the canvas. So let's open our browser again. We'll make a new page here. And you're going to see this icon on the bottom right that looks like 3 squares, and one of them is a plus icon. This is called the embed button. And you'll see it took the browser and it stuck it on the whiteboard as an object. If I use my select tool, I can move it by touching the bottom. And when it's selected, I can resize it by grabbing those side icons. The cool thing about this is now I have my web page embedded, but I still have whiteboard space over here, so we can write this. And your pen tool, by the way, will write on top of objects, so you can see here it writes on top of the page. So if I want to interact with the web page, I need to switch to the select tool. And you'll see now I can interact with the page, and I can get that group view open. So the embedded browser has many features, but probably one of our favorites is being able to stick it on a page like this.
Our ViewSonic certified trainers are excited to work with you. If you'd like to have someone on site or virtually guide you through a hands-on learning, please reach out to pdteamus@viewsonic.com.